everybody, so this is kind of just going to be a short, not normal video for us. This is kind of just an update, and since you clicked on this, you kind of know or kind of curious to why there is a damaged Tacoma in our thumbnail. Well, the thing is the Tacoma was in a wreck, and we are 100% not at fault. And in fact, we weren't even in the Tacoma at the time of the wreck. I know. Mind blown, right? So let's get into it so you can hear the kind of short version of the story to figure out what's going on. So we were going up to a store, and we had parked in between the two different store parking lots, which is very common in the area that we were in. And we went in to go purchase the items that we were there for. Well, during the time that we were in the store, a gentleman who had rented a box truck didn't see our poor Tacoma and backed into it. And sadly, the Tacoma was against a light post. We had backed into a spot where there was a light post. So the Tacoma had nowhere to go, and it got smushed into the light post.
No, God!
And that's all she wrote. So we come back out. The guy's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We didn't see you. How did you not see a bright red Tacoma?"
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
And so honestly, we're kind of still a little bit upset at this, as you can imagine. So we're still dealing with all the paperwork and the insurance and everything. So it is sitting up, getting evaluated. All the estimates are in from the evaluation place. And according to our insurances, they're pretty sure that it's going to be totaled. So obviously, we have to wait for the other insurance to confirm that it is totaled. But the frame is officially bent. So once a frame is bent, that pretty much spells the end for most vehicles.
Yeah, battery's good, radiator's good. I'll buff out.
So at this point, where do we go from here? Well, we're going to wait for the money from the insurance. It should be deemed totaled, which we're 99.9% sure it's totaled at this point. Now, once we get the money from insurance, what are our plans? Well, as you know, the 24 Tacomas are coming out. And so we are trying to make the decision of, do we just bank that money and save for a used 23 or try to pick up another 23? Or do we save our money and buy a 24? Now, the thing is Dane would really love to get a manual Tacoma. So that throws a giant wrinkle into this. He wants a manual so bad after driving his friend's manual. He really would like another one. So he thinks that if we end up with a 24, he would like to find a manual, which obviously they're only going to make, I think, estimated 6% of the ones they make are going to be a manual. So as you can imagine, that's going to be quite the hunt for that. So he's trying to decide what he wants to do. The good thing is that we have the luxury of having a friend who we've made a deal with. So until we decide if we're buying a 23 Tacoma or if we're going to go buy a 24 Tacoma or if we're just going to bank our money, we don't really know what we're doing at this point. But why did I bring up a friend? So we have a friend who we made a deal with. He is going to, for a few videos, we are going to be borrowing his Jeep Gladiator Mojave. If you followed us, you know we owned a Mojave there for a little bit while we were waiting for our long bed Tacoma, but we're super excited about this one. Because apparently it doesn't have death wobble, it doesn't have the start-stop issue that the other one had. So he has made a deal with us that we will record a few videos featuring his Jeep, and we have permission to off-road it, so we're super excited. He's approved the trails we have planned, and we are hoping we're going to share that with you while we try to make the decision of what we're going to be doing with the Tacoma. Since if it is totaled, then we're going to be in the market. But the plan moving forward is we are going to be driving this Jeep for some videos. Don't worry, the ZR2 is still around. But we figured we had the opportunity to have a Jeep on the channel. So why shouldn't we? And so we have some good trails planned. We're going to have some accessory videos coming up. And then once we know what's happening with the Tacoma, and if we're getting a new Tacoma or what's going to happen with that, we will provide a fleet update video to show you kind of where we're at and what we own. Because at this point, I don't even know what we own, because the 23s around us that we have access, we could go purchase should we have our insurance money, aren't really what we're looking for. Currently on the lot near us, there's a brand new 23 SR5. But honestly, if we're gonna go Tacoma, I would really like to stay with the TRD off-road. Dane would prefer to wait for a 24 manual, so we're kind of trying to figure out where we're gonna be. So anywho, I'm just blabbering on at this point. If you want to rewatch our Tacoma adventures, you can click on the video, and we hope to give you guys an update on what's happening with the Tacoma here soon. But bye for now.